So to get this dash out, if anybody's struggling, I had to also kind of ask. So this dash here, the padded dash on top, you'll have to take off your glove box, the speaker surrounding your dash panel as well. The gauges, you're going to have to basically go from the bottom, but you'll see there's trim pieces here. I'll show you when I put this dash or everything back together. I'll explain what needs to be or what needs to come out for your dash that needs to come out. But there are trim pieces here that are held in by clips. I think I do have a, yeah, here we are. See, this one's held in by this clip here, so it goes there. So once you got that clip off, once you got your chrome trim around here, your chrome trim up at the top, that side and that side off. Yeah, basically first step, get all the chrome bits off. Then you'll find screws. I think there's one here, and then perhaps two at the top. And then it's just best to get your glove box out the way, your glove box cover, just to get that out the way. So as well as that side, there'll be screws at the bottom, screws at the top, and then don't forget, I think, yeah, there's one, yes, there's one at the bottom of this panel here. There's one that comes up, as well as on that side. So our next step for me is I want to repaint these. So there'll be the two screws there, the ones at the bottom here, and then of course the ones here as well. Then that side you've got your steering column, your little light that's at the bottom as well. It's basically the same at the top and then from the side of the door. So yeah, apparently these just clip in, and I just have to kind of yank it off, so hope all goes well. The sides are loose, as I can see. So oh yeah, and you're gonna have to take the radio out as well. So it's two screws at the side here. You'll see there's a mounting bracket there as well. Oh no, not the side, but it does a little nut with a washer does go on there. So you're gonna have to take that off and then unplug everything, your aerial, your cigarette, if you've got a cigarette lighter, you're gonna have to unplug that. And then I've just disconnected it from the I believe this is a resistor or fuse of some sort that they say in the manual. Doesn't really look like it, but that bolts onto that bracket there. So I just disconnect it from there. And then your speaker wires, but you'll be disconnecting those once you got this panel out. And with your speaker, it's got wing nuts, so it's just two wing nuts from the bottom. Before you take this panel from the bottom, you loosen them, you drop your speaker, take the wires out, and then you can get that panel out nicely. So yeah, it does hook on here a bit, so you're gonna have to yank it a bit. So yeah, let's try and get this dash out. Okay, so we finally got it out, and you'll see there's these clips here in front that hold it fast, as well as I think this hooks underneath like that there as well. I'm not sure, something on back, not too sure what that is. anybody can decipher that, that would be nice. So yeah, if that hole there actually, when I put the screwdriver in just to lever it up, screwdriver went through. I checked now, that hole there is actually for your clock. If the cars were optioned with clocks, they would mount onto here. So if I want to get a clock, I can mount it. It would actually be kind of cool. But yeah, kind of a lot of dust and dirt and all sorts. I found 2 coins. I'll put that in the video of all the weird finds. But trying to see, I presume those hook under here, they're quite thin, or the gap's quite small underneath, so that's why they were nice and tight. So yeah, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. No, sorry, 6 of them. And then that's a wire for your clock if you needed that. I don't know, this is a piece of cloth that's taped underneath there. But yeah, now the whole dash is out. I can clean that nicely. I can then also sort out that corner there and see what's happening there, as well as this corner here. Because when the rubber let go, it got quite a lot of water in. Wondering what that sound is, that's my head going against the roof lining as it's sagging. So yeah, no problem. Now it's basically just a big cleanup and making sure everything is where it's supposed to go. I'm going to clean these. I'm going to take these out, clean them up, give them a nice spray, and yeah, not too bad. So if you're wondering, well, in the intro video you saw how small the radio is. It's actually not how small it is. This is the radio over here. So this is a valve radio. You can see what not underneath. So yeah, so your antenna clips there. These 2 wires go to your that little resistor or fuse that I was showing. That's for your cigarette lighter, and this is for the radio. So I presume this is the positive. Maybe there might be a fuse in that, not too sure. So that might be your positive going in, and negatives obviously the earth of the car. So yeah, I'd be actually keen to see if this works still. Those are your speaker wires. So yeah, we'll clean this up and see what's next. So I've got all the gauges out, I've marked them. It's because I'll be doing a rewire while I'm here, because you can where do I put the torch now? Well, I'll do it to the top here. You see like there, I can just squish it and it just comes apart. So like you bend it, I could bend it there and it just comes apart. So yeah, so a whole rewire. I'm going to be doing German wiring, won't be going with the standard wiring just because German is more universal and the American wiring doesn't make sense in any way. So yeah, I've marked them. Even like this speedometer bulbs, I've just put them all together, so when it does come to rewiring, that I don't have one of those showing at one of the dash lights. So yeah, it's actually quite easy to take off. Basically this one was done by hand. I didn't need a water pump pliers or anything like that. So yeah, not too bad. Nice big gauge. Then what's this? This is temperature and oil pressure. Also not too bad. They weren't too tight. Your main harness, the back there, there hooks onto there. So I think when I was putting that, it was pulling the harness. That's why it was difficult to get out. So best is maybe unhook those when you take the dash out, just so you can get a bit more space between you to get a spanner in, because it's quite small space. And what I did, lay underneath and I was busy underneath. But best is to rather leave the seat out and then work on the dash, because it's not nice lying underneath there. It's a weird angle. So yeah, yes, so best to take pictures and marking and pictures are your best friend. So yeah, that's basically that. Then I'll be taking these off when I get a chance. They've got a small, they've got a nut at the back, or not? No, they don't. But they are tight, so I give them a spray. I'll just put a dot of oil on them at the back. I did a vacuum clean. So yeah, there you kind of see there how bad the water damaged that there. So, and then I have to make new piping. Can't see there or not. Doesn't want to focus. So yeah, that's that so far on the dash. Try and keep everything as is. I'm contemplating of maybe just sticking the wire brush over here, just along there, and spraying it just with some primer, and then I'll leave it as is. Then these I'll clean up and give a nice coat of black paint. So yeah, it's not too bad so far. I must take this off here. I must drop this to get that out. Steering wheel I must take out as well. You can see it's cracked there. It's a two-tone, so you've got your black centerpiece, and then your white top and bottom. That I'll get redone. And yeah, that's the dash so far.